Just my people, as the horse, it don't happen. No, waiting government see for this Senator Natasha Odwaga body. Just listen to this video because they thought say she don't break the law because the government of Kogi State they put a ban on crowd gathering. Say me nobody gather and they know say Natasha they do homecoming. People don't talk now because say she they come and make them put this ban. But just listen to the government spokesperson as they clarify the air.
Let me begin. The senator said it clearly that she's a Nigerian. She's a senator representing our senatorial district, Kogi Central Senatorial District. She's not afraid of anyone. And above all, your worry in the statement you released earlier today that she has breached the law, she said she has broken no law.
Thank you very much. Let me clarify this very clearly. Despite very deliberate attempt by the media to make the whole thing look like it was targeted at a single and a particular person, there was nothing like that. The security protocols and the directives that were issued yesterday were basically to ensure security in the state. We are having issues in about 3 places, including in Kogi West, in Kogi local government area to be specific, where as a result of crisis resulting from fishing ponds, 2 people have already been killed and security has been deployed there. In Kogi East, especially in Njema district, where we are having communal clashes, people have also been killed and we are taking security, we are going through a lot of security procedures in those places to arrest the situation. In Kogi Central, we also had intelligence that some political rallies, political and religious rallies would lead to skirmishes which may go into a very full-blown crisis. Because of this, the state government issued a statement banning all sort of rallies in the state. Even the issue that had to do with convoy was because we did not want people to import unauthorized people in the name of security operatives into the state to fuel the crisis that we are trying to manage. That was the situation. So nobody is saying that it is a law, it is a directive, it is a statement of the state government which has been flouted. And the statement was issued to ensure security. And if you listen to her today, you will understand that those who gave the intelligence were very correct.
So when you say they were very correct, was there any kind of skirmish that came out of that event?
It is not about having skirmish from the event, but from the bogus, inflammatory and inciting statements that came from her mouth. For instance, if you face the people of your senatorial district and you are telling them that people have been contracted to kill you, and you are mentioning names of the Senate president, the former governor, and the current governor being complicit, that is inciting. And that is how crisis, full-blown crisis, that's how they start. So it is very clear that they definitely got it very right with the security report. If not for efforts by the state government to calm trade nerves and to ensure that some militants were not imported into the state, then we will not be saying what we are saying here today.
You said in your statement earlier today that the senator violated the state government's ban on political gatherings. Can you explain more on what you meant in that statement by that?
Thank you very much. From the videos I saw a procession into her place where they were singing all kinds of inciting songs. Then I saw her also addressing supporters, making frivolous, bogus, and dishing out all sorts of lies to incite the people against the government, including alleging the governor of the state, His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo.
All right, Mr. Kingsley Fanwo, some glitches with the network connecting. I hope there is no ban on the network in Lokoja. Let's get back. I guess you can hear me now. I was worried if there was no curfew on internet usage, or there is no ban on internet usage in Lokoja, the way you placed the ban or the curfew on movement and procession. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much. What I said was that I saw a procession. I saw a procession into her residence. I also saw and watched her dishing out frivolous, careless, unfortunate lies against prominent people in the state that could have resulted into a lot of crisis. For instance, he accused the governor of conniving with the Senate president. In her words, he said the Senate president called the governor on March 12th and instructed the governor to initiate recall proceedings against her, that the governor refused, and that the Senate president had to bring in the former governor, His Excellency Alhaji Yahaya Bello, and that in between the three of them, they agreed to recall her and also to kill her. She was saying all of this. These are exciting statements. These are where major crisis starts, and it will result into loss of lives and property. Because let me make it very clear here: the governor and the Senate president never discussed anything that has to do with the Kogi, the suspended senator of Kogi Central. There was no conversation. There was no conversation to recall her. There was no conversation to assassinate her. So all those things were to incite the people and cause violence in Kogi Central.
Let me ask you quickly, Mr. Fanwo, and I ask you if you think that she has violated any law. She said she's done nothing wrong. In the eye of the law and from the perspective of the Kogi state government, has Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan committed any offense?
Yes, she has committed the offense of having a procession when the state government, acting on credible intelligence, directed that there should be no procession. She also addressed a rally. She will call it homecoming to greet her people about Salah. Where did they talk about Salah there? All her address were political, to incite the people against constitutional authorities at the federal level and at the state level, to create panic and tension and ensure that there is violence. That was just what happened today. So that's a clear violation of the statement and the directive of the state government. When you talk about the freedom of association has limitations. When your association is going to constitute danger and it is going to affect the rights and freedom of others, then such an association cannot be defended.
Just a moment. So I just wanted you to establish to us whether or not, because when the senator says, I've committed no offense, but and you've just confirmed that she has committed an offense. Is that right? That's what you meant, that she has broken the law. She said, I've not broken any law, but you said she has broken the law.
She has broken the directive, direction, policy, and the security protocol of the state government. She broke it. So
what is the implication as far as Kogi state government is concerned?
There were clear directives in the statement to security agencies to ensure enforcement. And now that we are seeing where some of those threats are coming from our intelligence reports show that there was going to be a major crisis as a result of some activities of unscrupulous personalities. And for her to come to the state and try to incite the people against the Senate president, against the former governor of the state, against the current governor of the state, we are leaving the whole thing to the security agencies that have been given the mandate to enforce it. It is not just only in Okene. Remember, we are also enforcing the same thing in Kogi local government area, where we are having issues that has to do with the fishing ponds crisis. We are also having issue at the Njama district in Kogi East, where two communities are having a lot of crisis among them. So it is not just about this. I'm very sure they will review it and take the necessary actions. But I've made something very clear. The governor had no meeting with the Senate president regarding the recall. You would listen. People came to your station to talk about the recall. And they said that the reason they are doing the recall is that he if she is not doing what they sent her there to go and do. So if you know the reason why you are being recalled, why are you pinning it on the state governor? Even when they were doing the processes, the governor was not even in the country. So it's very unfortunate that.
So let me quickly ask. Sorry. So,
I think as an officer, I expect that the suspended senator should be very circumspect and careful in damaging the character, in assassinating the character of people.
let me ask you, has the governor, your principal, given any instruction or direction in that respect? Because I asked for the implication from the Kogi state government point of view, and you said that, yes, there will be implication. Has the governor, Governor Usman Ododo, has he given any direction to that effect?
It's different from having a very small child that you give food, you put food in his or her mouth. It is different. There was a statement, there was a directive from the state governor, and the security agencies were told to execute the directive. If someone has violated it, the security agencies do not need the governor again to come and give them another directive. They know what to do, and I'm sure
I mean, correct this if it's right or wrong. So is an intention of the implication meaning an arrest of Senator Natasha Akpoti, or what exactly would be the implication you're talking about?
Only the security agencies will be able to answer that. They know how they go about their operations. I am not a police officer. I am not a DSS officer. I don't know how they do their operations, but I'm very sure she should be asked a lot of questions about all her incitement, all her lies, all her character assassination, and all her attempt to ensure that Kogi was in flames today.
Mr. Fowler, let me ask you, I have just like three quick questions so that we can be able to put perspective to the conversation. First and foremost, there was a specific instruction on possession, right?
Yes.
There was also a specific instruction against transportation by road curfew, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
There was also a specific instruction as to gathering in public places and holding rallies. Is that right?
Yes.
Let me now ask you, from what I see and what we understand, it does look like that rally, the event held in the very compound of Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan. Can that be, that's a private residence of the Senator?